This is Barry Heads with Sharp Counsel. It's a joy to be here. This is our last snippet in the Serenity series. I hope you've been enjoying the series because I have. So today's Sharp Snippet will simply be called Spreading Peace. And I think it's a perfect title because I'm not only in a peaceful mood, but it just fulfills a leader when they're spreading peace. So let's get started. A peaceful disposition spreads to your team. It really does. There's sort of a ripple. I call it a leadership ripple. And I say that I should call it a ripple because have you ever thrown a pebble or a stone in the ocean and you see one ripple, then two ripple, then three ripple, and the ripple grows and it might even get faster for some time until you can't see it anymore. That's what I think about when I say leadership ripple. It doesn't simply work with a peaceful disposition, but there's a ripple with chaos. There's a ripple with uncertainty. There's a ripple when you're a person of high character or a person with great persistence or a person who takes great risks. There's always a ripple effect in leadership. In terms of spreading peace, there's a ripple in terms of your dress, your speech, your habits, your kindness to your employees, to your teammates, to your customers, to your consultants, etc., etc. Let me put it simply. Peaceful days turn into peaceful months, and then peaceful months turn into peaceful years. The greater the peace, the greater the productivity for me. The greater the peace, the greater the productivity, in my opinion. We are unproductive in chaos. We are unproductive in chaos. Some leaders, like the former president of the United States of America in the year 2019, fed off of chaos. He created chaos. And I think that's one of the reasons he didn't get reelected because he fed off of chaos. We are unproductive in high amounts of chaos and high levels of stress. We're typically unproductive, especially if that chaos gets into us internally and seeps into our minds and our spirits. We have to release that. Okay. Now, there can be chaos on the outside, as I said before, but not within yourself or your team. There's this sort of dichotomy between chaos and conflict, and there's a real difference. In my opinion, there's a real difference. Conflict makes you productive. So at times, you see a wise individual who's leading a team or a group or a nonprofit. They seek to generate conflict within their team. You'll notice that they'll generate the conflict within their team, not chaos, but conflict. And that may come in the form of a new idea, a new territory to go into, or new teammates they're bringing into their organization. So when I say new ideas, let's say there's a meeting. There's a meeting with five individuals from their team, and they're planning on pushing a new product. Okay, pushing a new product or service. Now, how that will be implemented is where a leader may create conflict, and they want to hear various ideas, and they want to do that to bring about the best or the highest quality of service they can for that product. Number two would be new territories. We talked about this. Going to a new territory, whether that's a new state or a new country, presents its problems because you may not know the demographics. So the conflict may be there might be a different language you're dealing with. There might be a different culture you're dealing with. The people in that new city or new state or new country have different values. Okay. There's all sorts of conflicts that occur. And then there's a conflict of adding new teammates. So what happens when you add new teammates? Your organization chart gets shifted. Certain people have responsibilities added. Certain people have responsibilities taken away. There are promotions and demotions. There's all sorts of conflict within a team that adds new teammates. And the last thing I want to talk about in the chaos versus conflict difference is chaos. And chaos is just destruction. So there's a big difference. Conflict is for productivity. Chaos is just destruction. In the movie Batman, the Joker's a symbol for chaos. He just destroys everything in his path. That's chaos. Chaos, chaos, chaos. Peace is what your team is looking for. whether they tell you or not initially. They're looking for peace, productivity, and challenge. But it starts with the leader. Everything starts with the leader. So spread peace. It's Barry Heads with Sharp Counsel. Take care.